everyone, we're here at Solana Breakpoint in Abu Dhabi. My name is Pether with FintechTV, and I'm joined by James Zhang, who's the CEO of Jambo. James, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So you have had quite a journey of late. Jambo has already reached millions of users in 128 countries, I believe. So tell me, how have you been able to scale so quickly?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. As of today, Jambo has over 1 million phones sold, created over 10 million wallets. And I think the key is honestly distribution, which is what the company and the team has lived and breathed. Jambo is essentially building out the mobile infrastructure for all, and starting with the Jambo phone, the $99 smartphone that comes pre-installed with Web3 apps that provides a gateway access for users into the digital asset economy. We constantly talk about how to onboard that global next billion users. Well, I don't think it might be from on-chain warriors, but it might come from the global south.
And so talking a bit more about the global south then, tell me about the philosophy behind setting up Jambo.
Definitely. Well, I grew up personally in Congo and Central Africa, family's third generation there. And when you grow up in a region like this, you realize cross-border payments, banking in bank, remittances, you take this for granted. When I came to New York for school, and you realize that all these legacy gatekeepers could be solved with Web3 rails. So we essentially wanted to build something where users could get banked, could essentially have transactions and pay cross-border to other folks.
And so how are you seeing the divergence or distribution across emerging markets then?
Definitely. I think the largest markets for us right now that we're seeing is LATAM, Africa, and Southeast Asia. And Jambo Wallet and the Jambo D App Store is essentially some of our main onboarding portals, where we think of ourselves as a neobank, and the Jambo phone is actually the onboarding tool, where right now, unfortunately, the region has skipped through the PC age and it's directly in mobile. Well, unfortunately, if you have anything stablecoin rails or payments related that touches crypto, it's honestly very hard to get into the walled gardens of Google and Apple. So for us, it was important to create this app store, decentralized, where users can reach progressive web apps that have come out and directly access it through our phone.
So do you think of yourself as a hardware company, software company, financial inclusion company, all of the above? How do you see yourself?
I think in the first year of business, we're like 80-20 hardware versus software in terms of revenue. But as of today, that's completely flipped. And I think that's a function of all of our partners and creating a larger D App Store, where right now we have over 60 partnerships, anywhere from some of the largest distribution players, like centralized exchanges such as OKX and Bybit, and Coinbase, to L1s like Solana. We're here at Breakpoint, where most of their products and payment rails are integrated. And the largest player in emerging markets that we see is Tether. So USDT, SPL payment rails on Solana has made everything in our phone a lot quicker and easier for our users.
Excellent. And what are the next steps for you, and how are you looking to perhaps incorporate AI into what you're doing?
Most definitely. I think the most important part is that people don't realize how accessible today AI is and important in everyday usage. You see most of the products at Breakpoint, they're all including AI, whether it's a co-pilot, etc. Well, in the emerging market space, it's very hard to actually access ChatGPT AI. So within the Jambo phone, we have Jambo GPT, where it's paid for and users can directly access AI, where we think of it not as a tool, but as a financial co-pilot for users, where to help them make financial decisions and everyday lives.
Incredible. Well, I love your own personal origin story and the origin story and the growth of Jambo. So I can't wait to hear what you have in store next. So thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Great.